Hi everyone, I'm Heidi. I'm Ozzie and Zeke's mom, and I want to talk to you about some solutions that we have personally come up with that help address the cost, the smell, and the mess of kitty litter boxes. Now, as you can see behind me, well, first of all, here's Zeke. He's just hanging out. But behind me, we have a couple of litter boxes, and they're in our shower. And you're probably wondering why I would keep these litter boxes in the shower. Well, there's several reasons why we do it this way. It's an easy way to eliminate litter getting tracked all over the place. It's also close to us so that it's easy to monitor and easy to keep clean. Also, obviously, if there's anything wrong with the cats at all, I would know immediately if anything health-wise was going on. We like to use the Pine kitty litter products because they seem to reduce the smell of any bad odors, and also they don't track around nearly as much as clay litters, and there's also not the airborne particulates that you will find with the clay litters. I think it's better for your health, and it's also better for the health of your cats. We also like the fact that we're using a reclaimed recyclable product, and so one of the things about the feline pine or other pine kitty litters is that it is flushable. And what that means is that that litter can end up in your sewer system without causing problems to your sewer system. Like the clay litters, you should never, ever, ever flush the clay litters. They could end up clogging and damaging. The feline pine and other pine products were created so that people could actually teach their cats how to use toilets by using this pine litter on top of these toilet seats. So the feline pine is flushable. Now, I don't recommend flushing all of your litter. You want to go ahead and grab it, store it, and then dispose of it properly. But if you do have any stray litter and you just need to kind of rinse it around the litter boxes, then it's easily flushed down the drain. This kitty litter box is a Frisco kitty litter box. This is not a sponsored video. This was the largest kitty litter box that I could find that was 22 inches, hopefully big enough for our 20-pound kitty. What's nice about these litter boxes is they were under $20. They aren't some crazy stupid amount like $250 or $300, or even I've seen litter box solutions that were as expensive as $500. And they actually take up a lot of real estate, especially these big automated litter robots and stuff. The nice thing about these is that they're portable, they're easy to move, and you can easily move them in and out of the shower. Obviously, if you need to take a shower, you want to move them out. And it's just a really nice, easy, simple, and economical solution. In addition to that, these 22-inch litter boxes, they have a grate in them. The grate is there for the clumpable clay kitty litter. And since these guys got trained with clay kitty litter, it's one of the reasons why I bought a siftable thing to see if I could get that to work. The problem is that the clumpable doesn't work that way. It actually is supposed to have the clean litter fall all the way down through the grate, and it would leave behind the urine burgers, as I call them, which is the coated urine, and the poo, which has also been coated. And it does do a really nice job coating it, but when the cat scratches, a lot of times the urine burgers actually break back up again. And so it's really, it kind of contaminates all the litter because it's falling through the grate and getting into theoretically the clean litter. The other thing about clay litter is they recommend that you change it every week, which means that you have to take even the semi-clean litter and dump it, because otherwise it starts to smell. That's not true with the feline pine litter that we have in here. In fact, you will use every bit of this litter, and I will show you in a demonstration in just a minute. But the reason why we like pine is, one, it doesn't stick to their paws. It doesn't get airborne. I think it's better for the health of the cat. It doesn't seem to smell. It doesn't coat. So if you have any health issues, if your cat's older and you have any kind of blood in the urine, which indicates kidney issues, you will not see that with the clay litter. With this litter, and I know this, we had an old kitty, you could definitely see the pink when her kidneys started to fail. I immediately contacted the vet about that. So having the pine kitty litter was a great way to indicate if there was any health issues. Same with some sort of abnormal poo. If the cat has any kind of bloody stool or anything bad going on, you're not going to be able to see it with the clay litter. It's literally going to be covered up and encapsulated in the clay. And with this litter, you can actually still see it, which is great. So now I'm going to get into the demo. So there's a couple of things besides the litter boxes that you're probably going to want for this whole project. You'll probably want a scoop. Now I really like this big, solid, heavy-duty metal scoop. It's really, really handy. And then you'll need some sort of container to put the litter waste into. Okay, actually move that out of the way for a minute. The cool thing about this litter box is, like I said before, this is a siftable litter box. It's got a grate in the bottom. So just sift it. So if you can see here, you can see how the soiled litter from the urine comes through to the bottom. And that's what I'm going to be throwing away. So I only throw away used litter. Just need to find a place for this. Carefully move it. I don't have to worry about this stuff sticking to the bottom like I said before. And then this is all nice and dry now. So what happens is the cat urinates on it, but then it goes underneath and it dries. It's not actually wet right now. Now, occasionally it will be a little bit damp, and that's where your scoop will come in handy. You can use that and scoop away anything on there. So now you have the contaminated litter. This, you can now see is nice and clean. And we are ready to start over again. So the cats have a very nice, clean area. I didn't realize how important these containers were going to be, but Zeke had some issues with his teeth, and the vet wanted to start putting an additive into his water. Now, normally we get about 3 containers full a week of the contaminated litter that has urine on it. And when we put that additive into the water, all of a sudden the urine stopped because the cats weren't drinking, and we were down to 2 containers. And I was like, the cats aren't drinking anymore. So I had to tell a vet that wasn't working. But that's one of the ways that you can monitor the health of your cat, is just by something as simple as these containers that contain a normal amount of contaminated litter from the cats going to the bathroom on it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you do have a cat that's on clay litter and you want to switch them to pine, I recommend putting a regular kitty litter box full of the clay litter on one side, and then having a second kitty litter box with the pine. And then just leave them side by side, and hopefully your cat will eventually start to explore. If he or she doesn't get that interested, then slowly start introducing a little bit of the pine litter into the clay, and then put a little bit of clay litter into the pine. And then hopefully after a couple of weeks, they will transition until you are 100% on pine. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content on cats or fun kitty videos. And in the meantime, if you have questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye. What do you want to say about the litter box solution? Are you happy with the litter box solution? Do you like the litter box solution? I think you're good with it. What do you think?